Hey everyone, so today I wanted to share the best new makeup products under $10. Makeup is expensive these days. Even at the drugstore, I feel like it can be hard to find makeup for under $10. So today I wanted to highlight some of my favorite affordable options, and not just affordable makeup, but affordable makeup that's really, really good. So a lot of these products I would say are probably even better than high-end alternatives in the same category and affordable at the same time. So I hope today's video is helpful for you. I have some underrated products that I haven't heard a lot about, and then a few products that are really hyped up that I think are worth the hype. So let's jump into it and I'll share the products with you. I am going to do a full face of drugstore makeup that should be up on my channel within the next few days. So I'll use a lot of these products as well as some other products I've been enjoying too. So let's jump into it and we'll chat about the products. So let me start with this product from Lottie London. This is so good. And honestly, I haven't tried a lot of products, or I haven't found that a lot of brands create a product like this, high-end or drugstore. The only alternative that I've tried is from About Face, but those are a little more expensive. So these are the Lottie London Color Cloud Longwear Matte Liquid Eyeshadow. So I have 6 different shades. I'll swatch them for you so you can see the different colors. So like I said, they're matte liquid eyeshadows. And usually when it comes to liquid eyeshadow, I feel like a lot of brands do shimmers or glitters, but you don't really see a lot of matte liquid shadows. And when you do, sometimes they are kind of dry or patchy or hard to work with. This is such a beautiful formula. It's really soft, very, very easy to use. A little bit goes such a long way. And when I first saw these shades, for some reason in my mind, I thought they might be kind of sheer. They definitely have really good pigmentation, but they're extremely blendable, just very beautiful on the eyes. So you can apply a little bit, blend it into the crease, blend it all over the lid, and it dries down and it stays in place extremely well. I think when I thought of like a matte liquid shadow, I just assumed that it would be a little bit dry or uncomfortable to wear. That's not the case with this formula. It's such a beautiful formula. And again, the only other brand that I've really tried and enjoyed that I could compare to would be the About Face liquid shadows. Those are really nice too, but these are $6. So such a great option. I love the shades they created because there are a few like neutral shades, but also some really pretty soft pastels that I'll probably get more use out of in the spring, but I'm definitely a fan. If you guys have tried anything from Lottie London, you'll have to let me know. I've been testing out a few of their products, and this is definitely one of my favorites. I also wanted to mention this product. I picked up a few things from AF94, which is available at Walmart. It's actually Halsey's makeup brand. So Halsey does have About Face, which is like her higher end makeup brand. And then she recently launched AF94, which I believe is available exclusively at Walmart. So my Walmart had a display and I grabbed a few things. My favorite product so far has been this one. It's the Playdate Multi-Use Cheek and Lip Color. And I got the shade If You Dare. This is a little bit more, like it's a little bit bolder than I would typically go when it comes to cheek products, but I thought it would be so fun for fall. So let me swatch this for you. This comes in 5 different shades. I really want to go back and pick up like a lighter shade, something that I would probably wear on more of an everyday basis. But I have to say, I really love this color. I think it will be so fun for the fall season. This is a very light, creamy formula. It's incredibly easy to work with. It has a gorgeous soft satin finish, and there is a little bit of a sheen, as you'll see in my swatch. So on the cheeks, it looks so pretty, just really soft, really natural, and it is a buildable formula. So you can definitely sheer it out. I will typically just take this and use my brush and apply it directly to the brush and then stipple it onto the cheeks. But if I do want to build it up, I'll apply it directly to my cheeks. If you're someone who's kind of intimidated by cream cheek products, like some cream products, especially blushes, can be really intense on the cheeks and I feel like they're almost difficult to blend out. That is not the case with this formula. It's so effortless, very, very easy to work with. So I think it's really beginner friendly, but even just like a good option for everyday wear when you don't have the time to sit there and really blend out a cream blush for a long time, because this blends out in seconds. Because it is so creamy and so easy to blend out, I wouldn't say it's necessarily the most long-lasting cream blush I've ever tried. I think by the end of the day, it will start to fade on me. But I think that's kind of the trade-off you get for something that is so easy to apply. If you're looking for like a true all-day wear blush, I wouldn't recommend picking this one up, but if you like something that's really easy to work with, something that you can throw on, and again, because it is so easy to blend out, I feel like you can reapply it throughout the day as long as you don't mind doing that, then this is a really nice option. It is a multi-stick, so you can also use it on the lips if that's something you like to do as well. I think it's just really perfect for the cheeks. I haven't been wearing it on the lips a lot, but if you want like that monochromatic look, it's nice that you can pop it on the lips too. Essence has been launching a lot of new products lately, so I recently tried their new highlighter highlighter formula, which is just called the highlighter, and it just didn't work for me. I was kind of disappointed because I love the blush formula from like the same line. It's just called the blush. It's one of the best products from the brand that I've tried, but the highlighter formula, it was almost like a little bit too metallic and it just enhanced all of the texture on my skin. So I have to say, after trying matte, I was kind of hesitant to try these out, but they are completely different. So these are the Kissed by the Light Illuminating Powders. These are so gorgeous on the cheeks. So they're basically multi-use powders. They're like bronzers and highlighters and blushes all in one. Obviously, depending on which one you grab and how you end up using it. So you can definitely target this if you just want to use it as an actual highlighter or a glowy blush, or you can use it all over the face for more of a glowy look. The shimmer in here, especially in this one, Sun-Kissed, is a little bit more subtle. So instead of getting like a really intense metallic sheen, you just get the prettiest natural glow. So I'll use them in different ways. I might use them as an actual highlighter. Sometimes I'll apply them on top of my bronzer if it looks a little bit too matte or a little bit flat. The way that I've been enjoying using them the most is after I apply cream bronzer and cream blush, I'll just take this product and blend it all over, and it just gives my cheeks the most beautiful glowy look and kind of sets those cream products into place without using an actual setting powder. These really do give your skin such a nice glow. If you're a fan of more of a subtle natural glow and you don't want anything too over the top, I think you'll really enjoy this powder, and I'm just really impressed by the quality. So I do recommend checking these out. If you want an over the top glowy highlighter, then you'll probably like the other one that I mentioned. So I'll link it below if you guys want to check it out, but that one just didn't work for me. I definitely prefer something a little softer, more subtle. I like that you can use these in so many different ways, and I have found that I'm reaching for them almost every single day. This product from Essence is really popular. I know it's getting a ton of hype. I don't know that I've talked about it that much on YouTube. I did mention it in a TikTok and an Instagram reel, but I wanted to share it in a YouTube video as well. It's the Essence Hello Good Stuff Glow Serum Primer. It really looks so nice on the skin. It's basically this glowy, hydrating primer that you can use in your skincare routine or use before makeup, and it gives your skin the most beautiful, just like glowing from within, hydrated look. It's not a shiny or metallic look. I think a lot of products that are really popular right now give you that illuminated effect, but it almost looks a little metallic. And that's not really my favorite look, especially because I end up going in with makeup and covering it up anyway. But this gives your skin just like the type of glow a really nice moisturizer does. It is a really good alternative to the Glow Recipe Dew Drops. The ingredients differ a little bit. So I'm not going to say it's a complete dupe because I feel like when it comes to skincare, unless the ingredients match up really well, it's hard to call it an actual dupe, but it gives a very similar effect to the skin. And this one's only $6, so it's great on its own. You can use it, like I said, in your skincare routine, but I typically use it as a primer before I go in with makeup, and I just like the way that it makes my skin look and feel. I think heading into the fall season, I'll probably be reaching for this even more just because it does give my skin that really soft, hydrated look, but also feel, so makeup applies really nicely on top. It does have a watermelon scent, but I don't think it's over the top. Once I apply this to my skin, I don't really smell the watermelon scent, especially when I wear other products on top. But Glow Recipe products are definitely more intense. Like when you apply those products, I feel like you smell watermelon all day long, which I personally kind of enjoy if I'm in the mood for that. But I like that this one is almost a little bit more subtle because it's not as fragranced as the Glow Recipe Dew Drops, at least in my experience. So I'm definitely a fan of this. $6 is a great deal. It makes your skin look and feel so good. I have a few lip products to share with you guys. So I recently tried the LA Girl Lumilicious lip glosses. I don't know if they're pronounced Lumilicious or Lumilicious because obviously it's not a real word, but I was saying Lumilicious, but it actually says luminous lip gloss underneath. So I'm assuming it's supposed to be like Lumi from Luminous. So we're going to go with Lumilicious. Anyway, these are $6. They look really pretty on the lips. These have a lot of pigment to them, and I knew that going into it. Typically, I'm not the biggest fan of really pigmented lip glosses. I usually prefer something really sheer, really glossy and maybe a little bit thinner. These are a lot different than what I normally go for. For example, I would say these are like the complete opposite of the Tower 28 glosses. These have a ton of pigment, they're a little bit sticky, and they're not overly glossy, they're more creamy. A lot of lip glosses I've been enjoying are almost like a lip oil lip gloss hybrid, and I would say these are more of like a lipstick lip gloss hybrid. So you get the pigmentation of a lipstick and you get the creaminess of a lipstick, but they're a little bit glossy. So I wouldn't call them sticky by any means, but they're not quite as thin or slippery as other formulas I usually prefer. But I really enjoy them. I think they stay in place really well because they're not overly glossy. And once they wear off, like I'm wearing this one today, this one's in the shade Peach. Once they start to wear off, I've had this on for maybe like an hour, your lips still feel incredibly hydrated, like really, really nourished, almost like you have some sort of balm on top. So I have been enjoying these a lot. If you like high pigmented lip glosses that are really creamy, that stay in place a little bit better, I think you'll like this formula. Let me just put a little bit more on so you can see what it looks like. When you first apply it, it definitely has more of like a true glossy look to it, but it just feels really good on the lips. So I definitely enjoy these. They have a little bit of a scent. I wouldn't call it vanilla. I think it's almost like a vanilla almond scent. So it's really pleasant and I've been enjoying these a lot lately. So definitely a good option, different than what I normally like, but still really, really nice. Actually, another product that's different than what I normally go for is this one from NYX. It's the Smooth Whip Matte Lip Cream. So I picked this up because I was kind of curious to know if it was going to be a lot different than the soft matte lip creams or going to be kind of similar. So I got the shade Chocolate Mousse. There are 12 different shades in this formula, and again, it has really, really good pigmentation. It's so soft and smooth on the lips, and it leaves you with a really pretty matte finish. So I think it's a really good alternative to like a traditional matte liquid lipstick. This one is not transfer proof, but once that initial layer wears off, you're almost left with a little bit of a stain. And what I love about this is that it gives your lips like this soft blurred effect, whereas a lot of matte liquid lipsticks look so dry and enhance like every single line on your lips. And if your lips are dry, it makes them look even worse and it feels worse. But this feels really good. It feels so soft. It doesn't dry out your lips when you wear it. So I really like this. I think if I'm going to be wearing any sort of matte lipstick this fall or winter, this is the formula that I'll reach for rather than like a long wearing matte liquid lipstick, because these days I don't really mind reapplying my lip products as long as they're comfortable. I'd rather have a comfortable formula that wears off more quickly that I have to reapply than a long-lasting formula that's uncomfortable that lasts all day long. That just isn't something that I want these days. So I really like this formula. I kind of want to pick up like a lighter, softer shade. This one is a little more intense and dramatic, and I feel like it's perfect for the fall season. But I think it would be nice to have like an everyday soft pink or kind of like pinky nude that I could get a ton of use out of, because it is a really, really pretty soft matte finish. And I'm calling it right now. I feel like we're going to start seeing a lot more matte lip products from brands. They've been doing so many glossy lip products over the last few months, and I just feel like it's time for them to do something different. I like glossy lip products, don't get me wrong, but I feel like whenever that's the case, it always swings the other way, and we will definitely see a lot of matte lipsticks in the next few months. I really think we will. e.l.f. recently came out with some new No Budge matte shadow sticks. So they have done some matte shadow sticks in the past, but I feel like the majority of their shadow sticks have always been shimmer. And I like the shimmer ones a lot. I think they're so pretty as one and done eyeshadows. They're great in the inner corner, but I decided to pick up just a couple of these, and I'm glad I grabbed these shades. I actually bought these like a month or two ago, but I thought they would be really nice for the fall, and I think these colors are gorgeous. So I actually have been loving these as eyeliner. The actual size of the shadow stick is a little bit big for eyeliner, but I feel like if I'm just kind of careful, I can use it, and then I'll use a brush and smudge it out. They're also great on the waterline, the lower lash line, and this formula is really nice because it dries down and it stays in place extremely well. So if you're looking for a really fun, like one and done matte eyeshadow, these are nice along with the Lottie London ones. The Lottie London ones come in like lighter, softer pastel shades, but e.l.f. released a bunch of gorgeous colors that I feel like are perfect for fall if you do want something a little more dramatic. One of my favorites has been this one in the color Cool Beans. It's like a cooler tone, almost like grayed out brown. So it looks really pretty on the eyes. I've been on the hunt for like good brown eyeliner because I feel like a lot of eyeliner is marketed as brown, but it almost looks black. This one has a really cool undertone. It's not like your typical brown or your typical gray. It's kind of in the middle. And then I really love this one. This one's called Out of Sight. It's like a beautiful, intense, just like jewel toned blue. So if you're a fan of matte shadows, especially like one and done eyeshadows, or you want like a multi-use product that you can use as eyeliner or as eyeshadow or as an eyeshadow base, these are perfect. ColourPop did launch Super Shock bronzers, and I've really been liking these. So in the past when they launched these, I wasn't really the biggest fan of cream cheek products, but lately I've really come to appreciate ColourPop Super Shock blush formula because it's this really pretty cream to powder formula that's not only easy to work with, but it looks really natural on the skin. That being said, typically I do go for like a glowy or shimmer finish, and I don't really have any matte Super Shock blushes in my collection. So I wasn't sure if these were going to work for me, but they're actually really, really nice. I would say the formula in my collection that's the most similar would be the e.l.f. putty bronzers. If you guys like those, I think you'll really like these. Those definitely give a more subtle look to the skin. And again, they kind of have like a true cream to powder finish, whereas these almost have like a putty to powder finish. So I find that they definitely look more matte on the skin than the e.l.f. putty bronzers, but they give a very similar effect. They're a little bit more pigmented than the e.l.f. putty bronzers, whereas those are very, very subtle. So you can build these up to look a little more intense on the cheeks, but these almost have like a really pretty blurring effect to them. This product actually gives your skin like this gorgeous blurred effect. It makes your skin look so smooth. If you are someone who feels like bronzers always look patchy or uneven on you, then I think this is worth trying because as you apply it to the skin, it almost has not like coverage to it, but because it is like a putty type product, it almost melts into the skin in a really natural way and just completely blurs it. So I really like the way my makeup looks when I use this product, and even though it is a matte bronzer, it has like a little bit of a sheen to it. It's not a shimmery product, it's not even like a glowy product, it just has like a very natural sheen like you would typically get from any sort of cream product, but it's like a true cream to powder. So it dries down, it stays in place well, and I've just been impressed by it. I really enjoy it. I also like using this in the crease, which is kind of surprising to me because it's been years since I've purchased a matte Super Shock shadow. I definitely prefer like the shimmers, the metallics, but it actually blends out really nicely. I typically just use like a little more of a dense brush and almost stipple it in the crease rather than using like sweeping motions, and it looks great. So I've been using this formula a lot. I had written this product down to mention in today's video, but I think at this point I've talked about it a lot on my channel. So I saved it for the very end just in case, you know, this is repetitive to you and you want to leave the video early if you're still watching. But you guys, the Makeup Revolution Cream Bronzer is the best bronzer that I've tried in years. Honestly, I can't actually think of a formula that's topped this one. This is so good, and it's $8. There are honestly no cons to this product, in my opinion. It looks so good on the skin. It blends out effortlessly. It builds so you can get a more pigmented appearance, or you can sheer it out. It stays in place extremely well, and this is what I wish all cream products were like. It really just looks so good on the skin, and I really have nothing bad to say about it. So I guess I wanted to mention it one more time in today's video. I'm sure you'll see it on my channel because I truly love this product so much. I can't believe it's an $8 product. Like, this blows all of my cream bronzers out of the water. I guess the only potential con I could mention is that it might be a little bit too creamy. If you're someone who doesn't like a really dewy finish, then you might not like this formula. You might prefer like the ColourPop formula, which ends up looking more matte on the skin. But you can always go over it with a setting powder as well. I just love the way it applies. It is so good. So I just wanted to mention it in today's video as well. So that's everything I wanted to share in today's video. All of my favorite new makeup releases under $10. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll link a few other related videos on the screen sharing some of my favorite affordable products. And I do have a video coming soon doing a full face of drugstore and affordable makeup. So stay tuned for that. But thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys very soon with a new video. Bye.